Now
So
listen to this.
Pressure on the kids.
Speaker-elect John Boehner was on 60 Minutes last night, and once again, he could not keep himself from getting really emotional. Take a look.
I can't go to a school anymore. I used to go to a lot of schools. And you see all these little kids running around. Can't talk about it.
Why?
Making sure that these kids have a shot at the American dream, like I did. It's important.
I want to say something here. You're applauding. First of all, I want to give credit to my colleague, Leslie Stahl, who week after week does such good interviews.
He's easy to get to cry. You would have such an easy time, Barbara.
This guy, I'm sorry, he's going to be Speaker of the House, and he's not going to invite me to his Christmas party. But this guy has an emotional problem that every time he talks about anything that's not raise taxes, he cries. And if this...
That's the only thing we
If this were a woman, if you saw Nancy Pelosi, who is, I mean, you know, who's been vilified, and I'm not taking sides, I'm only talking about, if you saw her getting up and crying, she said, last month she was asked to comment on his crying. She said, if I cry, it's about the personal loss of a friend or something like that. But when it comes to politics, I don't cry. If you had seen Nancy Pelosi all these past years crying, what would you say?
She's weak.
The woman has
can't
a problem.
handle the pressure.
She shouldn't have. So, I mean, good luck to him. I hope he's a good Speaker of the House.
Well, you know what's
He's
ironic?
got a problem.
What's ironic about the guy? I think that it's interesting to watch him cry because I've been watching him now. We call him the weeper of the house. And he cries only when he talks about how sad his life was. He had to sweep floors. He was a janitor, and he pursued the American dream. And yet he has very little empathy for people who are in that position now.
I don't think that's true,
his policy...
That's not true.
No, wait a minute. His policies are tax extensions for the rich, cut back on no unemployment.
Jobs for people so people can work. Let's stick to facts. He is a person who does have empathy.
Wait a second.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I'm not going to crucify a man for getting emotional.
Let's just, oh, come on.
Wait a second.
He's not going to. He's actually probably a fine man who cares. And if he wants to give small businesses tax breaks so they can hire somebody so they can have a job, you can't just brush him like that and say that he's a bad guy.
Don't you start crying,
I did not say he was a bad guy. I'm just saying he doesn't seem to have empathy for the very people that he's crying about himself for. It's like he's the victim, and all these other people are not.
He was getting upset about kids who may not have opportunity.
I just need to go. I just have to go.
The weeper.
I have to go.
Good line, though.
You know, and like when we come back, we'll come back with more hot topics.
Barack Obama as a person is a fantastic individual, but Barack Obama as an idea marks an evolutionary flashpoint for humanity.